Gets the first shot onto Rampe, and Peaks Banana connects the second shot as well. He gets the kill onto Flinch, and now he's gonna get cornered. He does get a shot onto Neo, and now in a 1v1.
You know it, it's Pokemon.
Alright, hello and welcome everyone to day 4 of IGen Masters League stage presented by Duo Gamers Arena, and this is the round 2 now, and the first match that we actually have is going to be between Team Portal Esports and Team RFTS. So first of all, welcome back Aaron, how are you doing?
Doing great, man. It's always good to be back, always good to commentate over such high level gameplay here, and obviously IGen Masters day 4.
And yeah, are you excited for this one? I mean, by the way, if you guys don't know, I mean, the viewers that watch the stream, they do know, you know, that play coming in from OK the other day. And I want to tell you that it was not just that play; it was actually the whole game. He was playing like that. So, are you like, you know? I mean, obviously, we are going to be looking forward, you know, to just spectate OK and just get all of those, you know, awesome kills that he gets with his AWP, but. What are you seeing in this one, considering that we do have a lot of AWPers in this game, if you do know? I mean, we have seen OK and Freaky AWP for Team Portal Esports. We have seen Shooter and Musab AWP on Team RFTS as well. So, what are you seeing in this one?
So obviously, as you said, multiple AWPers in both teams. It allows a bit of a versatility and a bit of a range of different strategies coming in from both teams. So if one player is sort of lacking, another player can pick up the AWP. But when you have players such as OK hitting them clips sort of yesterday, it sort of thinks about, can he do the exact same thing today? And will he be able to continue it as well? Because if not, they always have the other backup options within the team anyways. But it's all about how consistent can he be within this game without AWP.
And yeah, again, considering that we have Mirage as the first map, which is actually Team RFTS pick. The second map is Dust 2, being Team Portal Esports pick. And then the last one is going to be Vertigo, which is an exciting one. We got first Vertigo of the, I guess, tournament. And do you see this game? I mean, you have. I'm pretty sure you have seen both of the teams play. You know how they play the game and everything. So, are you seeing a third map in this one?
I mean, both teams are very good teams. Obviously, they've all got a lot of good players. It just depends on how they perform on the day. You obviously saw RFTS one of the first days managing to beat Come Mid 16-9 and then 22-19 on Nuke straight afterwards to go 2-0. But Portal Esports losing to Bren quite early on, it could obviously maybe differ some of the results within this game, but it all depends on form today. Both teams can go up to top form. We're potentially seeing a map 3. If one team's slacking, then obviously it could just be a sweep at this point.
I mean, for me, I think this might. I mean, if you ask a prediction from my side, if you don't know, actually, Team Bren Esports versus Team Portal Esports. Were you in that game? I'm not sure if you were. Team Bren Esports actually won the game against Portal 16-1. That was such a, I don't know how to say it, like a dynamic best of 3 coming in from that, you know, game, Bren Esports versus Portal Esports. The first map was 25 to, I guess, 22 in favor of Team Portal Esports. They won the first map, Dust 2, and then the second map, Mirage, they just got demolished 16-1. So I don't think that they have a, you know, good history in this map right now, at least in regards to this tournament. But right now, again, the first game, I'm excited for this one. Mirage is going to be the map they're going to be playing in. I mean, against, you know, good players. I mean, we have Trans, SR, Musab, Shooter. I've told you this before. Again, one of the best oppers in the country right now are in this team. Both of the oppers. So I'm really excited for this one, and I would personally want RFTS to go and play on the CT side. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait for the game to start until then. So yeah, I think I just got the information. The game is live now. There you go. Team RFTS versus Team Portal Esports, best of 3. The first map is gonna be Mirage. Can Portal Esports, just end their nightmare of that game against Team Brand Esports 16-1 and crush Team RFTS in their own map pick, or Team RFTS, they are gonna get the win. Let's see. The game is live. The match is paused right off the back, and let's look at the buy from the T side real quick. We have a Glock onto Shooter with a smoke and 2 flashbangs. A smoke and a flashbang onto Musab as well on the T side. So, I mean, Team RFTS, they are playing on the T side right now, and Portal Esports on the CT side. All right, then.
Yeah, you see the buy from the CTs and Portal Esports. You've got some players with armor. One player opting to obviously get a diffuse kit. Very useful. But it's just a case of he needs to stay alive within this match. As well as, I think Bullet currently not buying anything, maybe trying to save up a bit of economy to potentially buy an AWP later on in this match. But as the round's slowly starting to get underway, as the pause has been undone, it looks to be a push coming in from RFTS, maybe to try and flush out the enemies on A side, which is going to be freaky, as well as another player, I can't see their name at the moment, just trying to hold the site to themselves.
And right now, we have the players pushing in towards Palace, and Freaky gets the first kill onto Abdur, making it a 5 versus 4. SR will push in towards CD, gets a kill onto Ains. Now a 4 versus 4. They have the bomb planted towards A as well. Bullet just playing in towards the back, just trying to get that kill towards A, but SR is going to be there, and all 3 players are going to be peeking him. How many kills can he get? Actually, the 4 players. SR gets 1, gets 2, will get taken down by Bullet, and now Bullet, the last player alive for Team Portal Esports, 1 versus 3 against Trans, Shooter, and Musab, and nothing much that he can do at this point.
Yeah, he's just stuck inside that CT area. Once you've pretty much been spotted, then any 1 versus 3 is very difficult to come back from. But especially on pistol rounds, it's very unfortunate to lose that for Portal Esports. But RFTS have got a really good start, looking to buy AKs and some SMGs to sort of maybe flush out these Portal Esports players within this round. We've seen teams within these IGen Masters League. We've seen them sort of try and push as quick as they can to flush out these rounds instantly and not allow any sort of setup from the CTs. But it looks like sort of slowed down in top mid and just waiting for any player to peek out. But as you took a look at the minimap, there's just no one challenging mid as they understand how low their bar is.
And again, we saw Team Portal Esports just went for a full buy. They lose the first round on the CT side, but right now they've gone for a partial buy. At least half of their players. OK isn't gonna buy anything because we all know he loves to op, and he's gonna save that money for the op. But again, the player on the CT side has been taken down already by Trans with that UMP, and they do have a few deagles with them. What can they do of this?
Yeah, obviously the Eagles. Just a 1 tap to the head of Ginny coming in from Executor, just gonna miss some shots, but throws a grenade to try and damage a little bit of the player. But looks to be Abdul just currently sat in connector trying to get a little angle on him, as we're gonna see SR and Shooter try and swing out with the bomb onto B side. That is a wonderful kill by Ince onto short, takes out Musab's head with a single click of his mouse, and it might just be a sign to either rotate as you see the bomb going through connector with SR now, and you see the player in jungle as well as the player coming out of bottom apartment or bottom palace and getting a lot of control into site. As there goes Executor, and it's going to be a 3 versus 1 on the bomb site. However, player swinging out of apartment is going to be Shooter taken down, and a 3 versus 3 retake needed for Portal Esports. Right
now the round is looking quite promising for Team Portal Esports. There you go. Vince is going to recover that AK, and Abdur is already tagged down to 19 HP. It's all on to SR and Trans on the T side to ensure the round for their team. I mean, Trans right now has a UMP in his hand, and the long range fight can he afford this? That is the main question, and he will get taken down by Bullet right off the back. Abdur peeks in just at the right time, takes down Ince, and OK will get taken down by SR as well. And now the last player is going to be Bullet, who will get taken down by Abdur, and Team RFTS, they get their 2nd round now.
Still a good round though for Portal Esports, taking out 3 players on a full buy. were compared to them with just pistols and armor. It's obviously really good for them to break the economy a little bit and not allow RFTS to just run away with this thing. Because obviously, as you saw yesterday, losing quite heavily on this map can take a massive toll on players. But they had time to maybe work over strats and sort of watch the video back and try and understand where they went wrong, and then sort of build upon this and then try to come back into these series. Because losing like that on Mirage can take a massive toll mentally on players, and then it could just be another map loss for this team.
I mean, right now, look at Team RFTS. They have gone for a pause on this one, so I'm pretty sure it is going to be a tactical timeout. Team Esports, they have the maximum amount of money that they have is going to be on OK with that 3,700. With him is going to drop a deagle onto, I think that is going to be Executor, and yeah, he's gonna have enough money to go for an all buy in the next one, and I'm really excited. I mean, I'm more excited to see OK in this map than I am to see Musab and Shooter, because I mean, OK is an underrated operator, that is for sure. He's just an underrated player, all over again. But again, right now, Ince has a 5-7 with him, 2 deagles onto Executor and Freaky, and a flashbang on Freaky as well. Team RFTS, they have 4 AKs and a Mag-10 onto Abdur, and he's going to be creeping in towards B. And Team RFTS, they have 3 players playing in towards B, 1 towards middle, and SR just having a look at the push coming in from T-spawn.
Yeah, the players just swinging straight out of apartments. It's going to be a massive headshot onto OK before being taken down by Trans. Would have been a lovely spot to have an AWP, but the economy is not done that well for him. Shooter's going to take out Executor and they're rotating from SR, sorry. It's going to potentially come through mid and try and stop Int coming through Connector. As you see him being taken down as I speak by Trans, who takes down Bullet at the same time. Forces the 1 versus 4 from Freaky with the Mag-10, who I'm unsure if he's going to save this point due to, obviously, it was a eco round, but it looks to be he's saving onto A, but might just run into Shooter, who is sat in Connector. It just hits him lightly. 1 player up and short. It's pretty much been pinned down by SR and has been taken down. 3-0 to RFTS. Good start from them, but the first full gun buy round coming in now in the 4th round.
Yeah, there you go. The question is, are they going to go for double op? And they are. OK and Freaky, I mean, both of these players did a really good job on Dust 2 the other day, but right now, the question is, can they make something happen out of this one? And it looks like a fast B push now coming in from Team RFTS. Team Esports, they are expecting this one. There you go. OK is going to be the first one to peek, and he's going to miss the first shot though, and that is just so unfortunate. I don't even know what was that peek from up there. That was really odd peek from his side, and OK still has the angle log in, gets the first kill on to Abdur. There you go. He has started now a 3 versus 5, and Team RFTS, they are gonna reconsider of pushing B side and now making their way towards middle. 3 players, Bullet has gone aggressive towards A, so this is a lot of information that Team Esports are gathering one by one. 3 players playing in towards mid, and they're not giving out any peeks at this point. It's the CT side playing it really passive right now.
The only problem is where Bullet is sat near ramp, he's obviously going to be calling out that ramp is clear, and he's not going to hit any sort of information from mid. So it sort of makes Portal Esports be thrown into a little bit of a loop, thinking other players just still sat in apartments, whereas you see OK and Executor both just sort of sat there waiting for anything that they can. But it looks to be another, just maybe a slow rotate back through apartments, or maybe just a little bit of a save from RFTS potentially.
I don't think they're gonna go for a save. I mean, they do have 30 seconds right now, and there you go. They're making their way towards B again. 25 seconds is enough to go in for a push,
okay,
Yeah, there you go. And Executor is gonna be alive over there. Gets the first kill on the Shooter, but OK will get taken down by Musab. That Opera has been taken down. Executor was able to get another kill onto Musab, and Trans will take down Executor now, making this 1 versus 4 into a 1 versus 3.
He hasn't got time to plant bomb though. And that is going to be Bullet taking down Trans to force their first round win for Portal Esports. But they need to start winning multiple rounds now, and not just only breaking the economy a little, but they need to start shattering the T's economy, because obviously it's quite easy to win just 1 round, but where the team might just be stacking up some money, it might be difficult for them heading into later rounds in this half.
I mean, yeah, there you go. Another pause from Team RFTS. They're using their pauses like a lot right now, considering that there is an AWP being brought in by the scene on the T side. Shooter is going to be AWPing in for them, and Freaky has gone for an M4 in this one. I don't think they need 2 AWPs on this map. I think just an AWP onto OK is fine. But then again, it all depends on the positioning where they're making him play in the city side of Mirage. And right now, it looks like the positioning from the T side, I mean, they might just go for a split push at this point. Two players towards A, you know, a 2-on-2 push. And it's not a specific call by their side. There you go again. Two players moving in towards A, two going in towards middle. So they're just going to wait for them picks. And this might be a mid to A push coming in from, I think that is SR and Musab with that AK.
Might look to be a fake though, as you see the two players just rotating back, maybe through spawn. You might just see Abdul maybe try and swing out onto A, obviously where he only has a pistol, might try to get as much information as he can, but this will be Shooter getting information that a player's short, potentially knowing that OK is just sat within middle window. So it's more or less a mind game at this point, trying to figure out where the last players are. But see a Molotov from Bullet that's going to get 3 players information straight now as Bullet gets taken down by SR, and OK is just going to back up in mid. Shooter's going to take down Int. Freaky's going to take down Abdul, try to get the spray through the smoke, not going to connect with anyone there. And now Trans currently sat in Palace, looks with the spray down, but Freaky's going to take him out and forces a 3 versus 3. But Musa with low HP, SR and Shooter with got both AKs in hand. It's kind of a risk putting Musa with the AWP at this point, because obviously it's just one tap of any weapon anywhere on him and he is gone. But this is still doable for RFTS. The Executor's going to call out information that no one has gone towards B site, so it might force the idea that for OK to bounce back up. That's a beautiful point. Bait out Freaky, take him down, but here comes OK with that trusty AWP in hand come from CT. Takes down one, but Musab's going to trade him out. And now it's a 1 versus 2 needed for Executor. Make that a 2 versus none as he's taken down by SR. And it's 4-1 now to RFTS. And they managed to save the AWP from Musa.
I mean, they're looking good in this one. It should have been a doable round for Executor, but both of the players on T side, they were just solo, but he couldn't just, you know, get there in time. And OK was, I mean, a lot of the win for Team Pro Esports, it depends on, you know, how OK plays in this map, because again, it is a map like Mirage. They are on the city side. We all know how good OK plays in this game, and I mean, he will have a lot of pressure on him, but again, he needs to perform in this one as well. And as I'm saying that Musa pushes in towards B short, no one was expecting that push, but even though it is an insane play, there you go. Trans lands a 1-tap onto Bullet. It is an eco round from Team Pro Esports.
Only problem I have currently is RFTS have near enough full site control on A, but Bomb is still in mid, so could you see maybe Executor catch him out, but Musa's going to take down 1, take down 2 for his 3rd kill, gives him a little love tap in the head for the fun of it, but Executor currently just sat in bottom mid, taken down by Abdul to force a 5th round, and at this point it's starting to look a bit like a repeat of yesterday's match that they had where they lost 16-1. It looks sort of similar in the opinion.
Yeah, but again, it was Team Brain Esports against them, and obviously Team RFTS, they are a really good team as well. But right now, Team Pro Esports, they need their players to step up for them. There you go, again a double up setup coming in from their side, and that is going to be OK and Freaky. Look at how aggressive OK is playing right now with that op towards middle, and he's going to get peeked by 2 terrorists over there through the smoke, and he's going to get taken down over there. I don't think he has a good positioning. He should back off. And he's gonna back off. There you go. That was a good decision over there.
He might be backing off into window though, which is a good idea at some points, but where the 2 players are below window, and then he's backed up to B. Because if he goes towards window, the 2 players below it, which could be SR and Admiral, could get a boost and catch him by surprise. But 3 players opting to sit on B for Pro Esports. Everyone's more or less in mid except from Trans, who is sat in apartments. But is it maybe a fake to bait them out? Or is RFTS going to try and maybe sneak through mid in window, catch out Bullet, who is sat by jungle at the moment, and then swing out to A site and try and isolate Freaky on his own?
Look at Abdur.
There you go, chow from Abdul. It's the confidence he throws when he just is able to get into them positions, like Shooter there with the AWP. The confidence flowing through the veins of these players now, as it's going to be a fast B push. OK gets 1. The ins take down Trans as well. OK takes down another, and this is what you were talking about with the trusty AWP in hand. Freaky's looking the wrong way at the wrong time. If he just turns around, may catch out SR if he swings out, but could just be maybe a push onto A site from Musa with the bomb, as no one is more or less there. SR looks for OK, sees the gun through the wall and takes him down. 1 player left in ticket booth now, and 1 player left on short. May catch out SR, it's awful timing from him. Turns around, gets taken down, and that TV bomb down.
Oh, there you go.
Ins takes him out.
Yeah, they needed this one. I mean, we didn't saw that play coming in from OK, but he got 2 crucial kills over there towards B with that op, and he still has enough money to go for an op in this one as well, but no double op is going to be there for the CT, so Freaky is going to be going in with that M4. No op on the T side as well. Shooter is going to be rolling on with that AK bullet. It is going to be throwing that nade towards middle. Not going to do much damage, and he's going to smoke off that Molotov. Should be able to look on the top of that smoke, and now the T's, they're going to be peeking in, and he's using the smoke as their one way as well, so this should be interesting.
Yeah, both teams going for broke for their economy at this point. You can see OK's backing off onto the trusted B site, where he more or less starts off in mid and then backs away to B site, but he's in sort of the wrong area at this point. There's 3 players pushing for connector, and Bullet's going to sit in sandwich trying to bait out as many players as he can, whereas you're going to get Freaky sat by ticket booth trying to do whatever he can there. Beautiful flashbang thrown from Abdul, but it's not going to hit the player in sandwich. Trant's going to spot him out. Executor's going to be taken down by Shooter inside of mid. Or maybe below the sorry. Wonderful jump shot, takes down Freaky. Looks like another player, takes down OK. And SR takes down Ins. But a 6-2 match right at the moment. Very well played from RFTS. And they're starting to run away with this thing.
RFTS one more time, and Musab as well taking 2 kills, 2 crucial kills and kill on the Freaky, and then taking down OK as well. Team RFTS, they are leading by 4 rounds right now, and there you go, peeking in towards Vegas. Both of the kills again. A 5 versus 3 team for Esports. They are on their deagles at this point.
This is a lovely one-tap by Executor with the deagle there. SR pushes out onto site and just tries to get any control of mid that they can, but one player is going to be sat inside of jungle. That looks to be OK. Not an open hand this time. He's got a USPS, but obviously anything can happen at this point, as he's going to take a little bit of damage from sitting inside of a fire. No, Executor may just look for exit frags and connector, or if they get 1 or 2 kills, start swinging out. As Ins with deagle. OK's going to spot Musab below heaven. They might be just looking for exit frags at this point, as Executor looks to swing out, takes down Abdul. Trans is going to take down Executor. And it's going to be Ins in jungle. Maybe looking for Trans, who is currently sat just in the middle of the site, takes him down and looks to get another player, but loses the gunfight. Sort of expected with just a pistol in hand. And a 7th round in hand for RFTS, as it's going to be SR Musab reaching double digits, as well as Trans top fragging with 12 kills. Yeah, well, one team that needs a player to step up, and they've got Ints managing to win the 1 versus 3 and save the AWP. He's probably, I don't know if he's going to drop that maybe to OK, or if he might save it himself. He drops it to Bullet, who throws it around and just juggling the AWP at this point to find OK. Obviously, we sort of had that idea that was going there, but sort of talking about the map picks we were speaking about earlier. RFTS, do you feel like they picked this map just for the idea of they knew Portal Esports lost 16-1 so they could repeat success, or is it just their favourite map at this point? Okay, he's got a little bit of an angle. Musab had a little bit of a snapshot onto Bullets. Doesn't take him down, just misses by an inch, but okay, he's on a very aggressive spot with the AWP. Is he going to spot 2 players? Maybe by connector. They've done this multiple rounds in a row. It's just, can they repeat success?
I mean, right now, Shooter again with you up on the T side, and Team RFTS, they're just taking this A side from Team Pro Esports so easily. I mean, entering into the side, getting the first kill, and if someone gets taken down on their side, you know, their players are present over there to get the trade kills as well. But again, okay with the up onto 77 HP playing in towards Nest, and a lot of players are making their way towards B short. What is going to happen in this one? That is the main question. A player has been boosted in, and okay, already making his way and rotating back towards the city. And we have Executor actually just, you know, having a look towards Nest, and Musab, is he gonna spot Executor? And he does, but he's not gonna engage with him over there. Musab takes down Freaky. He's looking for another one. There you go, Trans through that. Oh my god, through the ticket box, takes down. Okay, Bullet with MP9 takes on SR and Shooter. Now there's gonna be a 1 versus 3. Executor once again gets taken down by Trans. That was an insane play coming in from his side, and Team RFTS 8 rounds for them now, looking for double figures. Just playing this one so perfectly, and OK is struggling a lot today. I mean, I think we just jinxed him or something. Something just happened over there. He just has 4 kills right now.
It may be just trying to find form at this point. He's got 1 double kill with the AWP in 1 round, but besides that, hasn't really done much else this match. So, it may take him maybe this match potentially to maybe warm up with this AWP, which obviously isn't that great at this point. But his ins, one of these does not find the third onto SR, but the first 2 shots were extraordinarily accurate.
I mean, one more second, and he would have landed that 3rd shot as well.
Yeah, he's just very unlucky in this one. The first shot. He took 3 shots, obviously hit the first 2, because it's inches away. But OK has managed to find himself the weapon of choice, is AWP. Gets it back. Bullet's looking for the 1D. Swing from Trans takes him down, but this is still winnable. And as I say that, SR has just shown a beautiful spray to take down Freaky and OK, saved it AWP into the next round. But what I was speaking on earlier, Ramesh, is where you saw yesterday for Esports losing 16-1, is this a map pick from RFTS demoralizing, knowing they can win quite easily on here?
I think it is actually both of them, because we saw Team RFTS, they have a really good record in you know, Mirage, playing against any team actually, international or, you know, local team. But that is a major factor over here. Team Pro Esports, the way that they just, you know, got crushed by Team Bren Esports 16-1, and right now, as you can see, Team RFTS, they're doing the same thing, but not on the level that Team Bren Esports did. But yeah, it's a little bit of both of them, you know. So Team Pro Esports, they are under pressure over here. Okay, there you go. This is exactly what I was talking about. Takes down SR, takes down Musab, and now he will get taken down by Shooter. But I mean, he has done a job over there. SR was proving out to be so deadly for Team RFTS. Look at his score right now, 14 kills and 6 deaths. So he has been taken down, Musab as well, and now there's going to be 3 versus 4 in favor of Team Pro Esports. They really need this round, and they really want to win this one, obviously. And Abdur is making his way towards mid, and Freaky should be there to get that kill onto Abdur if he peeks in just at the right time. We do have Bullet as well, who's going to be peeking in. Abdur at the right time takes him down, and there is a player towards Palace. One player who's going to be Trans has already pushed in and should be peeking in Bullet, and he takes him down. What a peek that was from his side, making it a 3 versus 2 now. And we again have Shooter left on the T side, and Executor gets taken down by Trans one more time. He's playing this one so perfectly. Oh my god, Trans gets 2 more, and now ends the last player alive for Team Portal Esports. Can he get this clutch? And Shooter lands a nasty flick onto him. Team RFTS jump towards double figures in style.
It's just the choke coming in from Portal Esports there. It's a 2 versus 4, or 2 versus 3 as well. It went down to after Trans and down Bullet with the swing. They're just taking the solo fights, not easy to going down to Trans after just swinging out for no reason. Just wait for the bombs ticked and then swing out afterwards. But it just allows Trans to get 2-3 kills. And then as soon as a bomb was tapped by Trans, it's just going to be Shooter with the AWP, getting a 3 kill onto steps. They're taking unnecessary gunfights at this point, which is just forcing them to lose rounds and lose lives, which isn't very good for them at all. But it's now a case of, can they claw back the last 2 rounds and then start maybe gaining momentum heading into the second half? It's a little bit of a pause. It's been unpaused now, but You're going to see a slight save, just Deagle armors, and also an MP9 with a flashbang, maybe trying to swing out everyone in a certain location, but it's just ordinary routine for RFTS. 1-4 AKs, the shooter has it in his hand and takes the executes. It's a wonderful shot onto the head of the play, running across the middle, or running across the open of the site. It's just a snapshot to take, and he wins the gunfight.
That was much needed. I mean, obviously, from Team RFTS, because this is what is getting them the round so far. You know, getting those early picks, getting yeah, there you go again. Taki, aka Ins, try to just go aggressive towards Abs, gets taken down by Abdur. Freaky lands a Deagle onto SR, takes down Musab as well. All right then, a 3 versus 3 now. Can they get this round? Team Pro Esports, this is an eco round from their side. Shooter misses the first shot and he's not going to be happy about that, but he's not going to miss the second one. Takes down the Opper from the other side. Okay, and now Freaky and Bullet in a 2 versus 3, and there is a third coming in from the back, and that is going to be Trans who will get taken down by Freaky, making it a 2 versus 2 this time. Shooter is still alive. That nade is just going to hurt them so much over there. Shooter gets second on to Freaky, and now the last player is going to be Bullet, who gets second on to Abdur, and now he's up against Shooter, and he kills him through that wall. And Team RFTS looking for a comprehensive lead in the first half.
Beautiful shots there from Shooter with that AWP. He's just shutting down the lanes completely. You see the first shot that he got was beautiful, but then straight afterwards on the other side as well. You see in the replay just here, one player is just running across Executor. I don't think he expects Shooter to be there with the AWP. He just gets his head taken clean off. But last round, a double AWP setup once again from Freaky and OK. We've seen this a couple of times this half. The only problem is it hasn't exactly worked out that well for Freaky, but OK's had a little bit of success, but the nade's going to take a chunk of health away from him. And it looks to be a very slow push from RFTS.
I mean, right now, we do have 4 acres on them and an op on to Shooter, and Team Portal Esports one more time going for a double up setup, and that is going to be on to OK and Freaky. And talking about the last games, actually, and I want to tell you that the last, you know, yesterday it was a match between Team Commid and Team Markhor, and Team Commid actually won that game 2-0, just like that. It's just like RFTS was a Commid over there, and for the Esports they were the Markhor, you know. And I mean, I don't even want to talk about this game, because look at OK again one more time getting 2 crucial kills in this one, but his teammates are just not there to back him up and get those trade kills. And there you go, up there gets the last kill onto Bullet one more time, a headshot. And Team RFTS, oh my god, this is disastrous for Team Pro Esports. This map specifically is gonna be a nightmare for them, and this is gonna be their first ban if the other teams, you know, keep on crushing them like this. Okay, again, as I just told you, he was how many kills did he had? I guess 4 kills when we talk about his score, and now he has 8 kills. I mean, he's not getting the frags, but he's getting the crucial frags. You get me? And again, every single time that he's dying, his teammates are just not there to cover him up.
Yeah, he needs to back up, but it's unfortunate for him. But obviously, you see, Ins is doing quite well with 12 kills, and OK obviously on 8. But the other 3 players all on 7 kills together. It's all good being able to get like specific kills, but you need your rifles to do very well. Shooter here gets 2 kills with 2 taps. It's wonderfully played, but Portal Esports gets the bomb down. Obviously, Shooter seems to have found unbelievable form as Musab. He just spot 1 player on the truck, takes a little bit of damage into him. They swing from Trans, takes out 1 player, takes out OK instantly with that pistol. And it's just going to be a pinch onto Executor, sat behind bench. A 3 kill for Shooter for his 3rd kill of the round. Trans and Shooter picks up 5 together, and it closes out the 2nd pistol round to make it 13-12 RFTS. And I feel like this game could more or less be done in the next 5 rounds.
I mean, yeah, it was a much needed round for the Esports, and just look at how Shooter just got both of those taps onto Freaky and Ins. I mean, they were expecting to at least get the trade kill over there on the Shooter, but Shooter is just too good with the pistol. Have you noticed one thing, that the Oppers are really good with their pistols?
I mean,
is that a thing?
The first bit of accuracy that you sort of need when you're playing with Orpers, so I guess sort of transfers to pistols, I think. But
and do you agree on that?
Yeah, I do. It's if you're able to one-tap with a sniper, you should be able to do it with a pistol. So I guess I have a lot of practice, because when you're in certain situations, where you don't want to use the ball, you sort of only other weapon there is a pistol, so I guess they have put a lot of practice into shooting pistols, maybe in free play or in some certain community maps, just to make sure that their pistol shot is very warm and they're doing very well. But you're going to see the force buy from Portal Esports. It's just done a lot of damage to RFTS so far, forcing a 3 versus 5 retake. We've got 2 versus 4 now, as Inter's going to take down Trans, not before he takes down OK. It looks to be Portal Esports being thrown into a bit of a loop. Flashbang coming in from Musab to swing out with this MP9, but it's going to be Freaky's AK he has to meet with. He takes the bullet straight to the head, forces SR to save. It's going to be Executor hearing him, maybe pushing through spawn to try and flush him out.
Yeah, SR is going to try to hold on to that M4, and the bomb is going to go off any second now, so he should be good with that M4. And Team Portal Esports, they're going to win the first round of the second half, and 4-13 is going to score, and then Bullet still just, you know, dies off of that bomb. Look at Team RFTS, they're way ahead of Team Portal Esports at this point, and I'm talking about in terms of score over here, leading by 9 rounds right now, and this is their map pick obviously. But the next map, the Dust 2, I'm excited for that one. If Team Portal Esports were able to, you know, go up and actually win the map against a top tier team like Bren Esports, I mean, I think they might be able to do good against Team RFTS as well.
Yeah, but different teams have different strategies, and obviously Portal Esports will need to work against RFTS's strategies. I'm unsure if we've seen them play the next map was Nuke, but I'm unsure if we've seen them play that map. So
Vertigo. We have the third map as Vertigo.
Third map's Vertigo, yeah, so it might be a case of have they seen them play and then maybe try and work against their strategies, but anything's possible within this game. So we've got a 2 versus 4 retake needed, but we've seen this happen before. Musab's going to take down Executor, and OK's going to take down Musab. It forces SR into 1 versus 3, and it's been instantly shut down by OK to force their 2nd round and a half and their 5th round overall in this match. So that's going to be a little bit, probably a save coming in for RFTS, or an eco from RFTS due to having low money, and then maybe try and force the 14-6 potentially, or even try and close the round out, or close the match out as soon as they win the round after this save. But 3 players or 4 players starting to connect on 1 player on a side that's going to swing it into the out of the mid. This is going to be a quick spray down coming in as Bullet takes down 2, Executor gets 1, OK gets the other, and the last player of SR. It's just going to sit in connector, try and find a player that he can. Bullet is going to instantly shut him down. And that was sort of expected this round for Portal Esports to win, but once again, heading into another full buy round. Is this where RFTS try to close things out?
I mean, Team RFTS, they are already on the lead. Team Portal Esports, I mean, they want to at least get a few more rounds over here as well, because every single buy round that they get against Team RFTS is a bonus point for them. And right now it is a buy round, and it looks like Team Portal Esports, they're going for a fast B push. I mean, they are going to wait for it, but yeah, smoke slash is being deployed into us B, and this is going to be a B push in the end, hopefully, the way that the players are lining up their smokes at this point. Look at B side right now. B short is smoked, the window is smoked, the door is smoked as well, and SR is going to be there with his M4. The first kill on to Executor to start things off. Now the players on the T side have pushed in towards the B side, and Musab gets 2 kills, and Shooter is going to be there to cover him up. What a perfect side take that was. I mean, a hold that was from Shooter and Musab, both of them getting 4 kills collectively. And now Team RFTS, they need 1 more round to jump towards the game point.
Someone threw the most perfect nade I think I have seen on this game. He takes down every single player's health, which is a single nade into window. It's a beautiful nade to sort of allow players to, he's a little bit weakened, and allow Musab to take down those 2 players with body shots, and then help Shooter back it up, finishing up the round. But same sort of push, but Bullet gets to take down. It's gonna take down Abdul, but Shooter's gonna retrade out and take down Bullet. 4 versus 4 now. Bomb's been left very much in spawn, but it depends on what site Portal Esports tend to pick, or decide to pick, heading into this 21st round.
And right now it looks like Ince is going to be peeking in towards Wen, and a Molotov being deployed in towards that side, and the flashbang is going to work out perfectly for them. And Freaky, how did he got that 2nd kill? What?
I'm lost for words. He's got another chance to take down Shooter now and takes him out. Forces a 1 versus 3 for Trans. Trans gonna swings out, takes down Freaky. He's got it all to do now. 2 players swinging out of apartments. Still winnable for Trans. To see the ult.
Oh.
Okay, he's gonna be taken down by Trans. And Trans now swings, takes him down. Forces the 1 versus 3 retake to be completed. And now match point to RFTS. Not the best spy for Portal Esports heading into the penultimate round.
Look at the display again. The first kill, spraying it down. And Freaky, the first kill. Oh my god, how lucky can you even get?
It's just, some may call it luck, others just may call it skill at this point, but nevertheless, 22nd round, match point towards RFTS. Flashbang is just going to completely isolate Executor, Connector, but it's going to be Bullets backing up, taking down a player. Okay, with the trusty scout in mid, takes down Abdul. And it's going to be Bullet taken down by SR in Connector. Shooter taken down by Freaky. Bomb. Could we see maybe a B push on the bomb, or is he going to flank around the back of the spawn? And it looks to be flanking around the back of the spawn to head onto A side, but Loosal currently sat by CT and SR in ladder room, trying to find any kills that he can, but no one's in the position for these two to see the players.
I mean, right now, there is a player playing in towards CT, and that is going to be Musab, and I don't think he has given any information over there. He's going to be jumping in, and he's going to miss quite a few shots over there. Will get taken down by Taki, and now SR, the last player alive for Team RFTS, making his way from Connector, and Freaky has him logged in. Team Portal Esports, I don't even know if there's a chance for a comeback over here, but I mean, the least that they can do is try to, you know, put up a good score line. So, you know, 7 rounds for them. I don't even know what to say about this one. I mean, it's not bad, but it's not good too. But Team Portal Esports, they need to at least get to double figures, and then we can talk about, you know, having a comeback. If they can just jump towards double figures, and then I'm gonna think like, you know, okay, there's a chance for a comeback at this point. But we have one player going in towards underpass over here, and this is a full eco coming in from RFTS, and I think that is gonna be Shooter towards underpass with that max 7. And is he gonna land this shot onto, oh my god, Freaky? He lands a shot onto him, and he's gonna get that AK for himself as well, but Bullet is already there if Shooter decides to go back. So he's just gonna have to go in towards B apps and, you know, go in towards B side over there. Right now they have an AK for themselves. Shooter is tagged down to 10 HP, so he should give this AK to someone else, someone like Trans. And SR with that scout. I mean, that wasn't SR, my bad. That was a hot bug. We have a scout on to no one. Okay, that was a okay has an op. Yeah, that was my bad. Sorry about that. Bullet gets second on to Abdur with that AK, and he's gonna continue in towards A side. He's playing in towards Connector right now. Trans just chilling in towards Palace with that 5-7. Thinks that the terrorist might push in towards Palace, but there you go. Okay, starting things off with his op, getting a kill on to Shooter, making it a 3 versus 4 now.
This should be round completely done and given to Portal Esports. They have so much control of B side, whereas RFTS is going to be sat just at A side, just maybe go and try and get a retake, but with pistols it's extremely difficult, but we've seen anything happen within this league. So they just maybe just going to push onto the site maybe with the pistols and just charge straight at them, head down, sprinting towards them. But it should be a 3 round for Portal Esports.
I mean, they don't have enough. They don't have anything to say by this point. Shooter was the only one who had an AK with himself, and he got taken down as well by OK. And again, the players are just gonna look for some exit frags, and Executor should be peeking in onto them just at the right time. There you go, the first headshot onto SR. I hope that they can, you know, just continue these headshots when Team RFTS bring their weapons as well.
Looks like Trans saving the KD in a Palace, and it's just going to be Musab just sat in CT, maybe looking for the exit frags in the window. But 15-8, so far not a bad scoreline, or not bad half for Portal Esports, should I say. 5-3 up in this half, but it's too little too late for a comeback, I feel like. And obviously RFTS have got 7 rounds to sort of make a comeback, so they're maybe just going to ride out the loss bonus, get as much eco as they can, and then just get 2 or 3 full buys back to back to back to try and close out this round and close out this match. There's 3 players pushing mid of Portal Esports, 2 players going for apartments. It's going to be Freaky and Ins within apartments. And Shooter currently in connector with Musa, maybe looking for players trying to push it up to connector, as no one has the bomb for Portal Esports and forces the 2 players in the apartments to back up, so maybe make a rotate through mid.
Right now, Team RFTS, they are on an eco, and they can do this, you know. I mean, they had enough money to go for an SMG buy or have a few rifles with them as well, but I mean, they only need one more round, and that is the advantage. That is the biggest advantage that they have right now. So they can go for a couple of more ecos and then, you know, buy whenever they want to. That is a main advantage over here. But again, there you go, Team RFTS. They can still win this one by Shooter getting 3 kills right off the back, taking down OK, Executor, and Bullet. And Team Portal Esports, they only have 2 players left on onto the B side, and that is going to be Ince and Freaky, who have entered B side right now. And SR is getting all of that information. Shooter has an AK with him. SR with that deagle. This should be the game for Team RFTS. There you go. SR lands 2 deagles in the end, and Team RFTS, they're gonna get the first map in their favor, 16-8. And I mean, I'm pretty sure you can call it a one-sided game. I mean, because we all know how the, you know, rounds in the end just, you know, went in favor of Team Portal Esports. But were you expecting this?
Sort of expecting a win for RFTS. I didn't expect it to be as close as I thought it would be, just because obviously you saw the scoreline yesterday being a 16-1. So playing on a map like this, it's difficult for Portal Esports. But started off so weak on the first half, 12-3, but closing out the second half, they obviously lost 16-8. The second half being about a 4 or 5 all scoreline. So they still played well coming into the second half, but they need to start off more consistently coming into the second half.
Exactly, and I think for now, from my side, I do think Team Portal Esports, they are going to be able to do a lot better, you know, in the second map than they did in the first one. But with that being said, let's have a look at the highlights of this game, and then we'll have enough time to talk about the first game.
Eagle with him gets the first shot onto Rampe, and Peaks Banana connects the second shot as well. He gets the kill onto Flinch, and now he's gonna get cornered. He does get a shot onto Neo, and now in a 1v1.
You know it, it's Pokemon.
Alright, welcome back everyone. Team Pearl Esports versus Team RFTS. The match that, I mean, all of the locals at least were excited for. Team RFTS crushing Team Pearl Esports in the first map, 16-7, and now the second map is going to be Dust 2. So, Ray, I've given you the history of Team Pearl Esports against, Team Bren Esports. I mean, the first map was Dust 2 when they played a best of 3 against, Team Bren. And the first map actually went into 4 overtimes where Team Pearl Esports won in the end. And the next map was Mirage, which again Team Pearl Esports got destroyed 16-1. So with that being said, and by watching the first game of this best of 3 series, do you think that Team Pearl Esports, it's just that they're really good in Dust 2, or was it just a fluke that they went for against Team Bren and they're gonna get cursed the same way that they got in Mirage?
It might just be they obviously practice more on Dust 2, because the amount of time Dust 2 has been in this game, there's so much time to practice compared to other maps on this game. But it may just be a case of Dust 2's their lucky charm, but Mirage is maybe just their enemy at this point. So all depends on how they can come back from a 16-8 scoreline and maybe come back into the Dust 2 and try and force map 3.
I mean, one thing that I assumed was obviously that Team Bren Esports, obviously they are on an international level, obviously. So they have been playing against teams on an international level. They haven't played against teams, against, Pakistani teams or local teams of Pakistan. So I don't think that they know exactly how these teams like to play. And I think that was one thing that Team Bren Esports, they were missing at that point. They didn't, like a proper team does. I mean, they didn't went into the demos and they didn't see how Team Pearl Esports like to play their games, and just a lot of the players coming in from Team Pearl just came out unexpected. And you already know that the underdogs have a lot of pressure on their side. Obviously, I mean, if I was Team Pearl Esports and if I was playing against Team Bren Esports, I would at least have 3 to 4 days just watching Team Bren Esports matches every single day, just knowing where they position their operas and how just the overall just the team likes to play the game, and I think that's what Team Pearl Esports did in that game, and against Team Bren Esports it worked out pretty well for them considering that they won that game. But right now against Team RFTS, I mean, these players, all of the 10 players in the server right now, they have played against each other so many times, and both of these players know exactly how the other players how the other player plays in this map, so I personally think that this should be another quick one in favor of Team RFTS.
Yeah, but anything's possible at this point. Obviously, depends on form. You saw in the last match some players not exactly hitting form until the second half. So can they start off strong and finish off strong in the same way? Take a look at RFTS in the last match. You got Shooter and SR both on 22 kills, but the lead killer, Trans, 2.08 KB with 25 and 12. Played unbelievable for RFTS, but Pearl Esports didn't exactly have that standout player. We mentioned before the game started, OK with the AWP done very well in their last matchup that they played. However, he wasn't able to manage to hit form until later on in the match, so it's just consistency is a problem so far for Pearl Esports, but can they stay consistent and win this match? Force a vertigo, or, as you said, you might feel like it's going to be a quick RFTS sweep, so we're going to see what happens.
I personally think that Team Pearl Esports, they really need to get, win the knife round, get to the CT side, and then at least post a double figures half in their favor.
Yeah, obviously you're going up double figures in the first half. It's going to be huge for them, but anything's possible. So it's got to hope that if one team's going to get double figures, you still want Pearl Esports to maybe come back into this force of map 3, because being able to watch these sort of caliber of players is absolutely huge. But we're going to start to see the match coming in now as we pause Pearl Esports versus RFTS, map 2 on Dust 2. Is it going to be a 2-0 sweep for RFTS, or are we going to see Pearl Esports make a comeback and force a map 3 vertical?
Yeah, right now the first map is live. Team Pearl Esports versus Team RFTS. And again, 5 blocks, a diffuse, actually a flashbang onto bullet, and that is it. That is the buy coming in, the utility buy coming in from Team RFTS, and oh my god, there you go again. I think, give me a second. The HUD is bugged.
It was SR. SR managed to get 3 kills with finish short on mid. And very well to secure the bomb, but it's just going to be left freaky in a 1 versus 4 now. Just trying to push up mid, maybe try and get any kills that he can to sort of build up a little bit of economy. But running backwards while shooting is not going to work out well for him. He's been isolated by Car, and it's going to be the easiest one tap for Trans to force the pistol round for RFTS. You spoke about how before the match started, getting the favoured CT side is going to be huge. Winning the pistol round allows him to sprint together more rounds, build up more economy, and try and go for the double digits that you spoke about. But Musa buying a scout, are we going to see him try and challenge middle, or is he just going to back away towards maybe B site as you see the fast 5-man push onto B site from Portal Esports? The flashbangs don't do any good on A site for RFTS, and they just switched up. They've gone completely bottom mid. They're going towards CT short and everything, and it's throwing RFTS straight into a loop. This swing out on short comes in now. Here comes Abdul, takes down one, shoots, he's going to take down 2 players. Abdul's looking for any skills that he can. Gets the headshot onto Freaky, looks for the kill onto Executor after he's just taking a 1-tap to Shooter. Abdul gets his 3rd kill, and the way how Abdul's playing the scout and orbs within these previous games, it's the sort of way you saw OK play them yesterday, but I'm looking forward to maybe a sniper on sniper battle between these two in this match.
Abdur and okay.
Yeah.
I mean, Abdur is not the opera for their team, obviously. If he's an opera as well, we're gonna have 3 operas in their team. You know, no one is gonna rival for the team. But I mean, it should be a good op battle as well. You know, against Shooter and OK, or it can be Musab and OK as well. But right now, it is a full buy coming in from Team Portal Esports as well. 5 AKs for them, a decent amount of utility as well. 2 players have pushed in towards mid. 1 player just having a look at the push coming in towards A long. 1 towards B, and 1 is gonna be playing in towards high mid, you can call it. And there's a flash bang towards A shard, and they're gonna have that control with them, but the smokes have been deployed in by the CTs. And look at Musa, he's going aggressive over here with his M4. I don't know why. I think we had a bug over there, but yeah, he had an M4 with him. Got second on a Freaky, but Musa will get tagged down to 19 HP. A 4 versus 5 now in favor of Team RFTS. They get the first pick, and now there is a player from Team RFTS playing in towards the left side of the pit, and that is going to be Trans. And there you go, Shooter has a scout with him and should give them a good cover over here. But Trans, he has an UAP. That is something that they need to worry about. We'll get a kill on the keeper, will get taken down. But there you go, okay, with the AK taking down 2 more players. Abdur takes down Bullet, making it 3 versus 2, and Executor now left alone in a 1 versus 3.
Musab take down OK, and Executor's isolated behind the car. Takes down Musab before gets taken down by Abdul. 3 rounds in a row to RFTS in the start of this match, and might force Portal Esports to get another eco round into this half. And then maybe if they lose this round, they've got 4 loss bonus to a point where they can consistently buy AKs until they actually win the round. But Eagle Armor's coming in, except from OK, who just buys a 5-7, and it looks to be just a really quick rush mid. No one watching it for RFTS, and Bullet looks to be pushing short. As maybe meet his maker with Ab. Just sat there waiting for him. Musab now looks for the Molotov into the player inside of Palace, but slow push after a fast rush from Portal Esports. They slow it down a little bit and wait for RFTS maybe to get a little bit egotistical and swing, as you see Abdul doing just there, and takes down in. It's a very good kill from him. Forces the 4 versus 5. The 1 dig from Bullet, maybe onto Shooter, who has an open hand. It takes him down, but Trans in a very good position to take down players on site, or maybe try to find OK, who's currently sat there pushing up double doors. So doesn't get any damage onto Freaky. Trans takes down a player coming from double doors. It's going to be OK. Looks for the kill onto site, and Abdul just below A. Might find Executor, takes him. I went to the jump shot. Maybe we saw OK do this yesterday. Can you repeat it with an AK? It does not matter. Trans takes down. Shroud takes down Freaky, and that's going to be 4-0 to RFTS. A bomb defuse comes in from Trans, and it's a lot of economy heading into the hands of RFTS. However, take a look at Portal Esports. They've got a lot of economy themselves, obviously due to that 4 loss bonus, and now this is the chances they need to start swinging together rounds. Otherwise, RFTS could really run away with this thing. Already getting 4 rounds under their belt. They just need to keep up this consistency and to maybe shut down any sort of things that our Portal Esports is going to try. But it looks to be a fast rush outside of Palace once again. And okay, with the AWP, misses by an inch, takes out Musab this time, finding luck with the AWP so far. SR is in a very good position to maybe Molotov okay and force him to rush out. Takes down 1. Now this is a 4 versus 4, but Trans flanking round the back by double doors might just try and find anyone running away. And Abdul looks to try and push up towards mid to take out a player rotating by any chance. Freaky's going to eat an A before doing a lot of damage to SR. Forces him to back up. Maybe picks up the AWP or just maybe this was rifle that he's got. But the rotation seems to be coming through mid. Trans is going to get very lucky spots in the player in CT or T-spawn, and that's bombed down. And Trans may call that out, and 2 players in mid. Trans takes down Bullet, who's been an absolute hero for them this round. Gets flashbanged. Ins takes down Trans, but kind of got to worry about getting the bomb and pushing back towards the side. Just going to allow RFTS to get a lot of position. Take a look at Shooter just sat by double doors with a very good angle. Take a look at SR sat in mid, just trying to watch any push, and Abdul isolating anyone coming through Palace, which looks to be where Portal Esports are heading at this point. It's going to be Ins and Freaky, both with AKs and full armor. However, it's a little bit of health disappeared. Not a lot of utility to work with a flashbang and a Molotov, but the slow push now starts to come in. As you see it now, Ins and Freaky. Here comes the really quick push. There goes Ins, taken down by Abdul, and now looks to find Freaky as he flashbangs himself behind the boxes, and it's going to take down Abdul Freaky here. And now it's got SR to deal with the AWP, and one player in CT misses the shot, takes down SR, but I don't think he has enough time to want us win this round. And the Shooter can just miss a shot, hits him through the wall, only just misses. But now he's got it all to work with here as the flashbang comes in, and it's going to be the kill from Freaky. He gets his 3rd of the round, clutches up a 1 versus 3. First round on the board for Portal Esports.
It was a much needed round for Team Portal Esports. Obviously, they had to start things off somewhere, and they do now. Freaky with a perfect round with that off, 3 kills, and now OK is going to be peeking in towards mid, and Musab.
Very gentle angle as Bullet's going to take him out and push him completely. He will kill him. Now in sprays through the smoke. There's a bit of damage to Bullet, but it's going to be full control of A or B site, from Portal Esports, as no one is going to be over it from RFTS. Wonderful angle from OK. Takes a chunk of damage from the other AWP, but takes the Shooter through the headshot through his smoke, apparently through a wall as well. Very easy to kill. But RFTS are going to look to save at this point. SR's going to throw a smoke to try and run away from the players.
That was an insane shot coming in from OK in that point. And right now they do have the bomb planted towards B, and should be around for Team Portal Esports in this. And I think Team Portal Esports, as I just said, they need to get towards the CT and at least get to 10 rounds. But I mean, talking about the T side, if they can just get around 8 to 9 rounds in the first half as well, they should be happy with their performance in the first half, because Team RFTS, they're just too good on the CT side. And again, if they can just counter their plays coming in from the other side, they should be good to go.
Obviously, second round up for Portal Esports. Obviously, they're going to start making a comeback, but you see the economy a little bit shattered by RFTS. But obviously, being on the favourite CT side, as you said, to get rounds now. But if they lose this round, it's going to be quite difficult to win the next round, especially with low buy. But OK is looking to get the kill through double doors, just not connect with anyone. It's beautifully placed smoke by Trans, and it's a quick push up A long from Freaky and Bullet, flashbangs and everything being thrown out. And Musab's the only player going to be left trying to peek long, but he only has a pistol, which is not very useful for him. But 2 players pushing from behind. That's going to be SR and Shooter. Might just find Ins in the spawn. Gets taken down by Shooter. SR's going to be taken down by Ins beforehand, and Freaky gets a trade to Shooter to force a 4 versus 3. Make that a 3 versus 3. So Abdul takes down Executor. It's going to back away as he hears players top of mid. And now just tries to regain a little bit of self-control and not swing out as much in order to win this round. But you could see Trans with the UMP maybe pushing up mid, or you could see the player holding a tight angle, which is going to be Musab. Might be finding 2 players, but gets information for Trans. Who gets 1 onto Freaky. Bullet takes down Musab, but is he going to chow back? No, just managed to get away with the skill of his team. Takes down Abdul, throws a Molotov behind him. Full control side of A. and this should be 4-3 in hands of RFTS, but the round towards Port Esports.
I mean, we can't just count Trans out like that. It is a 1 versus 2. He has no utility at all, but he has that AK with him and he has that precise aim. Can he get this 1 versus 2 bullet? He hasn't spotted Trans yet, and he's taking his time to peek over there as well, but the positioning is just not going to work out. The timing is not going to work out for Trans, and Bullet is going to punish him. Team Pro Esports now 1 round behind Team RFTS.
Yeah, they're slowly coming back into this thing, but it depends on how many rounds can they really get together. This should tie up the series, so it's obviously a low buy coming in from RFTS. And it'll just be a very fast push by Ints. And it's also joined by Executor. Bomb has been left in spawn in the hands of OK with the sniper, but it's a very fast push. You see the 2 players just going straight into short. And maybe trying to swing out and get the kill onto Abdul, who is sat backside. It's going to smoke him off to stop anything from happening. And now they're just going to slow things down. B side is completely left wide open. If Freaky maybe pushes up a little bit through Palace, he'll notice that no one is there, but I don't think he's got the information on that so far.
I mean, right now, Team Pro Esports having a full buy for themselves. They can't even afford to lose those weapons as well. We still have OK just, you know, having a look towards middle. Team Pro Esports trying to just show some presence towards A shard, Molotovs, and flashbangs being deployed in, and it is gonna force that rotation coming in from Team RFTS. So 4 players, but SR is gonna be there with that angle, takes down Executor, and now looking for more, but he's gonna back off at just the right time. Still manages to get another kill on a bullet through the smoke. A 4 versus 3, and they're making their way from mid to B now. Team RFTS, they're gonna plant the bomb, and this should be, I mean, I think Team RFTS might be able to get this one, just considering that they have more players. And again, they have a rifle onto up there, and if he can just, you know, make a good use out of this one, they might be able to retake the side. But again, we have OK still alive, Ince is alive, and Freaky as well, and Team RFTS, yeah, they're just gonna back off and not gonna go for that retake, not taking any risk whatsoever. Should be another round for Team Pro Esports now.
I'd love to see Shooter when he's currently 17 to maybe push around and try and get the jump on the players trying to run away. I feel like OK sort of read the idea that this is going to happen, but he's just going to sit right in the back of spawn. If you saw Shooter maybe try and rotate away from the position he was by CT and maybe go towards T spawn and get any players exit of the site, it would be absolutely huge for him and to shut down the economy a little bit of Port Esports. Because if you take a look at it, they'll all have enough money to buy for next round if they lose this, as well as potentially the round afterwards. Whereas RFTS struggling for money at this point, but we're all tied up now 4-4 after the round win from Port Esports, and can we see them start swinging together rounds on the map such as Dust 2, which was favoured for them after yesterday's performance against Bren Esports?
Look at Team RFTS right now towards A long. They have Shooter and Trans pushing in, 2 of their main players towards A long, but no presence being shown by Team Pro Esports, and that is a smart decision. It is gonna enforce that rotation coming in towards A side from Shooter with that op, and Trans is still alive, and he's gonna be peeking in towards A long doors. Gonna smoke that off, and Team Pro Esports, they're gonna have to back off at this point. I think they just decided to go in and take that long control, but that smoke is not gonna let them do that right now. They're just watching each other's backstab, and we have one more player from that T side playing in towards shot, and that is gonna be Bullet. And now there's gonna be a long push coming in from Team Pro Esports. They have spotted Trans, I think, and that these Molotovs and nades are just burning Trans alive. Still manages to get the kill onto Executor before dying. Shooter is still alive as well, and towards Car, Abdur gets the kill on the Bullet, making it a 2 versus 4. Now Pro Esports, they had no idea what just happened at this point, and they're gonna back off at just the right time. Freaky and In still alive on the T side, and a 2 versus 4. Now Shooter is tagged down 22 HP as SR playing at the same position that he was in the last one. Takes both of them down. Team RFTS, they get the lead now.
They just threw away lives once again, Port Esports. Saw the exact same thing happening when they played Mirage in the first match. They sort of solo chowed a lot of things, and you saw the one player got completely left alone as he pushed ramp and got taken down by, I believe that was Musa being torched alive. But RFTS now regain the lead after being 4 rounds up. They're now forced to 5-4. But seen a little bit of a switch up now from Portal Esports. Instead of pushing towards double doors and maybe rotating, they're sort of sat around by Palace and maybe going to wait for the push from RFTS and sort of bait out their aggressive playstyle and try and claw together this round, because economy's not looking so well for them now after losing that round. So losing this round would make it even worse for them.
I mean, certainly they do not want to lose this one as well. Team RFTS and up on the shooter. I mean, this is the team that would love to go for a double up setup, at least in a map like Dust 2N on the CT side, considering that they have, again, the best operators in their team. But right now, SR was able to get that kill on a bullet again towards middle, and they just can't take that mid control. I think the one thing that I'm guessing right now is that Team Pro Esports, they're just trying to get that, you know, mid control, and we actually saw Team Pro Esports go for a mid to B push again and again and again every time when their, you know, strat was not working out for them, and they won a lot of rounds with that mid to B push. But against Team RFTS, it's just not working out for them. Ince again making his way towards CT, gets 2 kills, but in the process will take down his own teammate as well. And now in the end, it is going to be a 2 versus 3 in favor of Team RFTS. They're going to have to go for the retake. Musab, Trans, and SR alive in a 3 versus 2. Freaky, okay, still alive with his op as well. Gets second onto SR, and Freaky is going to spray it down. He's going to miss quite a few shots. Musab comes in. OK takes him down as well. And good stuff coming in from OK, taking 2 more kills with that op. Team Pro Esports one more time, equalizing the score with Team RFTS.
Yeah, they're starting to come back alive into this thing. Losing their first 4 rounds, similar to what happened within the first match, but then forcing it back to a 5-5. It's doing very well. OK has done well with that AWP as well now, 7 and 6. He started to come alive a little bit. I feel like Dust 2 is his lucky charm. You saw him there getting 2 or 3 kills on A site with the AWP, which you saw what he did yesterday with the AWP, getting them 3 kills. And now he's doing similar things, however, on the offensive side this time for Portal Esports.
I mean, look at the score from Team Pro Esports. 2 kills for Executor so far, 5 for Ince, 5 for Bullet. And on the CT side, we have 3 onto Musa, but the rest of the players playing really good. Trans almost on to 10 kills. 10 kills for Abdur, 10 for SR. SR is playing this one so perfectly towards mid. I mean, he's not even letting any player from the terrorist side just push in towards mid and go towards B side. And that is the reason that they're making 1 player play towards B and 3 players playing in towards A. And again, SR himself playing in towards mid. Right now, the timeout has been called off. And OK with the op one more time. Look at the economy on the T side. It is still OK, I guess. If they lose this round as well, they should be able to go for an AK buy in the next round as well. But they do not want to lose this one. They do not want to give the lead to Team RFTS.
Yeah, obviously going down in the first half is very rough for teams. So they want to try and maybe swing together a couple more rounds before they maybe start potentially losing a round, because obviously RFTS will not let Portal Esports run away with this thing. But Ince is going to have potentially the easiest spray down that he's going to get today, as he takes down Musav and SR with a wonderful spray down inside of Palace. Now the rotation will come in, but Shoot is going to take down Bullet with the AWP. It takes a chunk of damage, which allows Executor to execute a perfect kill onto Shooter, and a 2 versus 4 now needed for RFTS to try and take the lead now. But Jack's got a wonderful place to see it. He takes down, or I'm just making a wonderful place to see it. Takes down Freaky and Executor, has bomb control, and knows the last 2 players are around CT after the information was given. And now, they're teaming up this time. They're finally not solo pushing angles, which aren't benefiting them as a team. But I don't think Abdul's read this at all. It's just Abdul's trying to find any sort of information that you can, but OK and Ince are going through the middle of the map instead of CT. And it's going to be which player can get the jump on who. I think Abdul may or may not have heard that smoke being thrown, or may catch out the 2 players sprinting. Pulls out his AK, takes down Ince, looks for the final player who swings out now. The smoke's coming in, spots him, looks to spray down through the wall, does not take him, but it's a little bit of damage himself. Doesn't see the head of OK. Who has so much time to plant the bomb. He's probably going to Molotov off CT, but hits himself, unfortunately. And now, it's a wonderful Molotov by Abdul, who hears the bomb being tapped, looks for the jumping kill, does not find it. OK, in the same position as he was last round, it takes down Abdul to win their 2nd round in a row, clutching up once again on A side, but instead of having an AWP this time, an AK in hand.
Exactly, and instead of landing the shot, he couldn't. that is one more difference over here. But Team Pro Esports finally, they do get the lead onto RFTS 6-5. And right now we have an eco round coming in from Team RFTS. 4 players lined up towards long. Oh my god, Ince is gonna get so many kills over here if he doesn't get blinded, and he does. Gets taken down by Shooter. Trans is gonna be there with that deagle. Bullet comes in, sprays it down, gets 2 kills, and looking for a third one, takes down Shooter as well. And now SR, the last player alive, will get taken down by Bullet again. 4 kills for Bullet in this round, and Team Pro Esports 7 rounds for them in the first half. Already, I mean, again, 2 more rounds still left, and after this one, obviously, and Team Pro Esports, they can just go for a 10-5 first half. They're gonna be happy with that one.
Yeah, obviously heading into defense, it might be a favoured side for Esports. Obviously, they play so well on the defensive side of maps, but it's going to be a very quick push from the CTs. They're not exactly doing anything. It's going to be Musa taking a lot of damage inside the smoke. He's going to need to try and stay alive for back him up, but he's going to take down Bullet just too little, too late. And OK now looks to be fast rushing. Try and take him down. SR takes down Freaky, takes down Executor, and OK's position's been revealed by the kill onto Abdor. And as we shoot with the AWP to get another easy kill. 7-6 scoreline now. It's going to be very, more or less tied heading into the second half, as probably safe this round to buy in the final round, forcing a 7-7 scoreline, and then 8-7. Looking good for both teams heading into the second half after these last 2 rounds. I don't know which way to call it on which team's going to win or not.
I mean, it is pretty tough to call it right now, but look at that again. Let's talk about this round, shall we? Musab and SR again going aggressive towards B and getting 2 more kills. It was an eco round from Team Pro Esports, but I think talking about Team RFTS, just the way, you know, aggressive players that they have right now with them, they should be good on the T side. But okay, so a knife coming in from Team RFTS, and that is going to be on to OK, so I'm pretty sure he's going to be pretty mad about this one on the CT side. Let's see.
It's not a very good buy for Pro Esports. Not a lot of utility coming onto OK. Quite a lot of utility going on to Executor and Freaky, however, 1 Mac 10 instead of the favoured AK. And look at the
I mean, hey, come on. He has an AWP with him. He needs nothing, or yeah, exactly. And there you go again. Freaky pushing in towards A shot, takes down Shooter. But before dying, Shooter was able to get that kill on to Ince, and Bullet gets taken down by Trans, and he's going to be there and sprays it down and gets 3 kills over there. That was actually a cover coming in from Abdur and getting 2 more kills. And now, okay, the last player alive in a 1 versus 3. Trans is going to be there to shut him down. Team RFTS, the first half is going to be spinning on to their favor, 8-7. And let's see if they can continue these plays on the T side as well.
Yeah, very good half from both teams. So in fact, both teams doing obviously very well in scoreline and stats as well as the overall match score. But you take a look at some of the stats within this game. You see Abdor has kind of picked up his game from last match. He was 11 kills to 16 deaths within the whole match of Mirage, but now he's fragging for his team. So he's doing very well, and this is some players start to step up from the last match. So once again, how consistent can players stay heading into the second half of the second map? So RFTS obviously being 8 rounds up, looking to maybe close this out here and not force a map 3.
And right now, look at Team Pro Esports, the way that they have positioned their players. We have a boost coming in towards A short, and Shooter is going to spot that boost. And he's going to be going in towards mid, and OK is going to be there with that USP, and Bullet pushes in and gets 3 kills. Pushing in towards A short, taking down Shooter, Musab, and Abdur, all 3 of them. And now they have the man advantage, and they have it pretty well over here. The last 2 players, SR and Trans, can they make something happen out of this one with their Glocks? There is still a player towards LT, and that is going to be OK with that AWP and a defuse kit as well. SR creeping in towards back, should be able to get this kill onto OK. And OK, is he going to see him? The question is, and yeah, he is going to see him in the end, but SR already had the position. There you go. Trans gets taken on Freaky as well, coming in back into the game. 3 versus 2. Trans and SR, can they make this happen? Executor has already rotated back towards B, and Bullet. Ince is actually already there. So SR peeks in, window, spots a player. And Ints is going to be there towards Car with that P2K. Gets a kill on the SR, but Trans is going to be there to take him down to get that trade kill now in a 1 versus 2. Can he make something happen? 10 seconds remaining almost. And no one is peeking him just like that. Not going for those over peaks. Trans has to plant the bomb. 6 seconds remaining. They know he has to, and 5 seconds remaining. He has no time to plant the bomb. He needs to get this kill. And the time is over. Team Portal Esports, they are going to win this round.
What? That was too close.
Oh my god, that was intense.
Way too close. I feel like right at the end of their turns, he either had to push or try to hope the player jumps out a window and he gambles the jump, it just doesn't really win it. And now, actual tied up. At least it's going to be huge for economy, and it might just be a very fast pistol rush up mid as you take a look at all the players going outwards, running, tries to get a running 1D on Bullet, misses by a hair, and now the rest of the players are going to try to back him up. Or maybe they might think where the fast push comes straight up mid, they may just try back away towards double doors. I see Executor, who's just going to be sat there with his MP9. He'll be looking for any kills that he can.
And right now we have Executor playing in with the MP9 towards the position that he loves to play in. And if Team RFTS decide to go towards this long point, and they do have Tech 9s and Deagles with them. Bullet is gonna be coming in with that tower as well, and there you go. He's gonna miss quite a few shots over there, but Trans, the last player alive, should get taken down by Executor. Okay, was able to get that kill on the shooter, and Team Portal Esports, they finally get the lead onto RFTS 9-8.
Very good start from the second half, winning the pistol round, but then also not losing a single life in the next buy round. So it allows them to build up a bit of economy by only needing to buy utility and potentially armor. Very well played for them, but first full gun round heading into the second half. This is where teams can really start to shine and really start to make a comeback. Swinging out with a really good flashbang from Trans to take a little bit of assist onto him to get the first kill onto Ins, forcing the 4 versus 5. Knowing of 2 other players' positions, they're just going to back away. Push up mid, maybe go through CT towards B, smoke out the CT area so they can't be caught off by truck or by car, sorry. Looks to have worked perfectly for them. If they can just get that kill onto the player sat back in tunnels, it's huge. Abdul gets to spin on bullets through the smoke. Wonderful kill by him. One shot planted. Okay, takes down Musab. So 3 versus 4 retake needed for Portal Esports. All in 9 up. This is still doable. Unless Giants has something to say about it.
And it does. Takes on Free can Executor, both of them. Okay is the last player alive with that UMP. Managed to get a kill on Trans, but we still have to wait and see until OK gets his hands onto that op shooter. He does get a second onto OK, and Team RFTS, they're not gonna let Team Portal Esports onto that lead for a long time. 9-9 is the scoreline. This match is turning out to be one good one, and now this is what I was excited for. Okay, with the op on Dust 2 on the CT side, what more can you want?
Yeah, you see him sort of try and push up towards short with the AWP, maybe looking for any players going through mid or lower tunnels, but everyone's sort of pushing out of long except from Abdul looking for the flank. So I would love to see OK maybe turn around and go up to Cat. As you see Musa behind Car, takes on 1, Execute gets taken down by Trans.
Oh.
Here we go, there's OK, gets 1 through the smoke, turns around, finds the player short, maybe he beats Abdul, takes him down. There's 1 HP of health in the meantime, gone. Now another player pushing up Cat, that's going to be Bullet, but it's going to be OK through spawn. Is he going to get a repeat of the jumping AWP success that you saw yesterday? Or is it going to be a completely different story, and RFTS is going to shut down anything that they have planned? 2 players within short now. It's going to be Bullet as well as Ins pushing up. But okay, take a look at him being taken down by Shooter. Wonderful spray down by him. Wonderful spray through the smoke. Shooter, and it's the last player left. Taken down by Shooter once.
Okay, Shooter.
We said that within this IGen Masters, the amount of times we've seen multiple kills been done by players spraying through smokes is unbelievable. The amount of games I've commentated where I've seen this, it's
Exactly, that is the beauty of this game, and right now Team RFTS moving towards double figures and getting the lead on Team Portal Esports as well. 10-9, pushing in towards mid right now, and Trans and SR, they are gonna be there to shut them down, and Shooter gets the last kill onto Executor. 11 rounds now for Team Portal Esports, leading by 2 rounds over here RFTS, and Team I think they have to go for another eco in this one.
You see Trans reaches the 20 kill mark after getting a wonderful kill that round. But obviously where it was an econ, it was kind of rough, but they're ecoing once again. 2 Deagles, an MP9 and 2 5.7s. Just gonna try to get as many kills as they can. We just get a massive grenade to the face for bullets to swing out and get the kill. It's all down to SR and double doors to try and get any kills that he can. Misses everyone. And the fast push up into B side it looks to be now from RFTS. Trans sprayed on it. Okay, wonderful kill by him. It's going to be the next line of defense sat behind Car. If they can get this kill, it's going to be absolutely huge to control the site. Flashman comes in, blinds in, takes him down. He's got to find the next player at that back site. Freaky's going to take down Abdul before getting traded up by Trans. And now the 2 versus 3 retake needed, but an AWP in hand, this type of bullet is not going to prove worthy. And it's going to be the last player, Executor, sat in spawn to give the ace towards Trans for this round. Already spoke about how he was on 20 kills and he now matches his record. 1 death less compared to the first match on Mirage. He finished 25 and 12 and he's now 25 and 11.
That is just insane. Ace coming in from Trans and 25 kills in 21 rounds. And okay, I mean, a double up setup actually coming in from the city side. Let's talk about that real quick. Op is going to be on to OK and Freaky one more time. OK has been positioned towards A side where he does best, and the second op is actually all the way towards B. So they have 2 players specifically for that position. No one is watching mid just yet. So I think they have ints just, you know, play that rotational plays that the cities do like to play towards B. SR making his way towards A shot. 3 players actually making their way towards A shot from Team RFTS, and OK is watching that angle. Can he get a few kills over here? If Team RFTS they do decide to go in towards A shot, Executor is going to be coming in back towards for the cover as well. It's going to happen in this one.
Might just be a slow push. The Moby just sitting there trying to bait out some noise that I can obviously hear from Executor jumping along. Flashbangs, and here comes the take. Shroud with some beautiful movement, or sorry, SR, sorry, with some beautiful movement to get into the favored position. It looks to be a fake on A, and let's try to B. It's In's got 1, shoots is taken down with the AWP, and it tries to just get a kill on bullet. You hear the bullet whistling past his ears, but just misses. Abdul looks to try and take care of Freaky with the AWP sat on the side, takes him down. Trans can take down Freaky as SR takes an Executor of 2 versus 4 retake once again for Portal Esports, trying to push through lower tunnels towards upper tunnels, but bomb been planted. That's going to back away with the AWP and the M4 save as it's a low econ heading into the next round. 13-9 RFTS, potentially to be 14-9 due to a very terrible buy, and if they lose this round, or the round after this, sorry, which looks to be done 14-9, that could be one of the biggest rounds for Portal Esports to come back into this game, because the economy is just stacked on top for RFTS, and OK unaims at the worst time and just misses by an inch again.
I mean, if you can just try to hold on to that op, they can still have a chance in the next round as well. And look at that, Bullet has no idea where Abdur is just, you know, hitting him from, and SR gets a kill onto OK as well. 2 kills for him in this round, the most valuable player of this round. RFTS, they are on a move at this point. 13 rounds for them. They're leading by 4 rounds. For these 4, they have to go for an eco in this one. And yeah, potentially 14 rounds now for Team RFTS if they do manage to win this one at the end, and if Team Portal Esports don't pull out a miracle at this point. They have 3 nades and they have thrown those nades, but not going to do any damage. And now let's see if these Deagles can work out as magic for Team Portal Esports. Ints has a 5-7 with him inside the smoke towards B. He's not going to push in though, or else he was going to get contested over there by SR. Trans peeks in towards C. He's going to smoke off that angle. And there you go, smoke's being deployed in towards A. Should be a push coming in now from Team RFTS. And Abdur has already pushed in. And still, all 5 players on the city side are alive as well. So this is going to be an interesting try to go for the retake.
Even look at Shooter with the AWP position, favorable position. Losing by Freaky gets taken down by Trans. Trans again, another spray down onto short. Just can't convert. Executor takes him out instead on his own teammate. Abdul takes out Executor straight away, and SR takes down OK. It's just the team kill coming in was not huge for them. Abdul gets taken down by Ints, who's going to try and run away now, but the nade from SR onto short. It's going to pinch him. It's a wonderful one dig already. That is just an insane kill by him. But Musab cleans it up and it's 14-9 to RFTS. I saw getting this really bad feeling where I feel like RFTS are going to run away with this thing. Just look at the money they have already stacked up.
Oh my god.
It's going to be something from Poor It's going to need to take something from Poor to shut this down. The double upset are coming in once again. So.
Exactly, and that something is actually just winning every single round after this one, honestly. There's nothing that they can do about this one if they don't win every single round. Because, again, they don't want Team RFTS to go towards the game point. Trust me when I say this, that Team RFTS, just the way that they play in overtime is just insane. It's just something about the team. And Team Pro Esports, they won't allow them to win that game. And right now, again, aggression being shown from Team RFTS towards A short, and they still have one player that is going to be trans towards A short. Now push coming in towards B from Team RFTS, and they're going to be pushing in now. Musa making his way from mid to B, takes down Freaky, but Taki and Freaky were able to take down SR, and Chaka had a one tap onto it. What was that shot from Musa? Oh my god. On a retake now, bullet and ends. Musa is still alive with his AK, and he's definitely not that bad with that AK. I mean, we've seen that one. Oh my god.
It was a... Musab had 8 kills before that round. Just proven that might be the greatest idea. Because just look at that. And it's just a little child to take out OKs. OK had an AWP in hand and he's just been completely shut down and now has to buy a scout into the match point for RFTS, and this match could just be over before it's even started the round. Executor takes down Shooter for 4 versus 5, but some of the top slayers are still alive for RFTS. Obviously, Shooter having a great game, 15 on 14. OK takes down Trans. It just takes down SR, and this is what they sort of needed. They needed to win these rounds where they don't have some of the best buy, but they just leave it so late. Executor swing into the hands of Musab. He can get a kill with 1 bullet. Can he do it again? He's got 1 bullet in the AK this time. Could we see it happen again? Opts to reload instead this time, but takes a chunk of damage through the wall. In swings out, takes him down. His second kill off the half and looks to potentially get his third. His Freaky swings with the scout. Does get some information, knows the player's backing up towards double doors, and Bullets heard it and read it perfectly to take him down with the AWP in hand. Save it and maybe give it to OK. Player who in this match, top kills for Portal Esports 17 and 18, but once again, it's too little too late to try and make a comeback at this point.
I mean, they are on double figures right now, 10 to 15. I mean, I would say that they do have a chance of a comeback if they manage to win 3 more rounds. I mean, from 13 to 15, I can say that, okay, this game might go towards overtime, but I mean, there's still a long way for a comeback. You can't just describe a comeback to, you know, just force overtime. A comeback is just winning the game, you know, so... Again, if they do manage to force overtime, they will still have to play 6 more rounds in order to win the game. But right now, no double upset from the city side this time. I mean, they can't afford it a second op as well. 1 op onto OK, and that is being played in towards B this time. And a change of pace from Team Pro Esports.
Yeah, they sort of slowed down, but look at the push coming in from RFTS. Everyone's sort of pushing up mid, except from Trans. Once again, backing away with that AK, maybe trying to find a player sat by pit. It might be the swing. The strategy they may be going for here is RFTS to swing straight away with flashbangs, molotovs, and everything. Take a look at the utility they have; it's absolutely huge. And then try and force Int, who's currently sat just on top pit, to sort of have to focus on somewhere else instead of Trans sat in double doors. So it just depends on when the push is going to come in and whenever it's going to happen. Like, are they waiting for a frag? Never mind. Here comes everything to be thrown. All the utilities being thrown against the walls. Some beautiful nades being thrown there. Let's take a look at the health of Shooter, Shaka, or Abdul, and SR. And where everything has been thrown in, it's going to be a free kill there. But Musab's going to take down Bullet. And Musab's for another kill, can't get it. But Executed there is shutting down every single opportunity there. Shooter gets taken down by him. It's a 1-tap by Executor now, showing Musab what's boss with a 1-tap by him. SR takes down another player, just set on side, let's throw another kill onto the player just by catwalk. It's going to be Freaky, and this is a huge 2 versus 2, and that's a beautiful Molotov. There's a beautiful swing by Freaky to take out SR.
Ooh.
And now it's Trans versus Freaky.
Trans versus OK.
It's huge, but time's over. Time's up. It's going to be 15-11. I feel like they sort of stuck way too long on the push-up and short, because if they didn't stutter and stand a little bit and they had, I think it was about 20 seconds they sat up short just waiting to push out. So if that 20 seconds was added on to the time, that could be bomb, plant, and round over for Portal Esports. So very lucky that RFTS sort of started pushing well.
I think the credit goes to Executor as well in the last round. I mean,
Yeah,
he didn't got a lot of kills over there, but the time that he just bought for his team was just, you know, crucial, and they got the win. Oh, there you go. 1 kill, but it gets taken down. Bullet comes in from the back to just get that trade kill, and he does. Takes on Musab, and all of a sudden, it's going to be Shooter and Trans left. Actually, SR is alive as well, but I don't know how. 1 HP left on him.
1 HP in the dream. All it takes is a flashbang or something to take him out at this point. If I see someone throw a flashbang through a smoke and it hits him directly and he gets taken down,
I mean, that might happen, you know. OK is playing towards B right now, and he has 2 flashbangs, so it might happen.
Someone throw something towards SR and take him out with that, please. I don't want to see a bullet take him out.
Yeah,
as bad as it sounds, it'd be so funny to see.
I mean, he's playing in towards mid now. He has rotated back, and that is gonna be Bullet, I guess, or Ince actually. And yeah, there you go, a headshot with AWP. 440 more damage over there. Point to SR. Trans, the last player alive, making it a 1 versus 3 now. Knows exactly where the second player is towards B. He's gonna take his time. 37 seconds remaining. He's just gonna throw that nade. That is a failed nade, but he has an M4 with him. Takes him down. Team Pro Esports, alright then. They're coming back into this game.
We spoke about a comeback could happen, but it's slowly starting to happen now. It's not exactly the best buy for RFTS. Forces Trans to buy AKs for a lot of players. And this could be the momentum swing that Portal needed, but 3 rounds to go into overtime potentially. It's more a case of which team has the ice at this point to stay cool and maybe just win this match and close it out. Trans on 29 kills, 1 off the 30. He's also joined by Abdor and SR, 22 and 23 kills to them. And on the other team, Portal Esports, you see Bullet and OK getting 19 kills each. However, Executor, obviously where he got the 3k spray and a kill last round, obviously got 4 kills. Before that, only had 5 kills in 26 rounds and Freaky with the AWP. It's not proving well so far, 10 and 20, double negative. But late game, obviously these Portal Esports started to turn up late game within the Mirage, unfortunately losing that one 16-8, but they could do the exact same thing here and maybe start performing well in these last 3 rounds and force an overtime. It's a pause. It's coming undone now and heading in still match points at RFTS. It has been this for the last 3 rounds, and now we're heading into the 28th round of this match. Portal Esports close this out right now. They have no AWP in the hands of any players. They didn't exactly have the best buy for the players, but it goes through the flashbang and everything, and the swing comes out. Freaky's still going to back away. Well, everyone's going to back away, sorry, on A site. And now 2 players, going to be Abdor and Trans pushing up short, trying to find Freaky, sat by mid doors, looking for any kill that he can find, but backs away completely. And now it's been Bullet instead by Catwalk, trying to get the kill, but he backs up, and everyone's just playing passively for Portal Esports, trying not to throw away any lives that they can.
I mean, right now it is a 5 versus 4. Team Portal Esports, they have the advantage right now, and looks like Team RFTS now making their way towards A, and the bomb is making its way towards A as well. Executor takes down Musab, but Shooter getting a kill, and Trans as well taking that OK, and now making it a 2 versus 2. Freaky and Ince versus Trans and SR. SR is still alive, and look at SR right now. He has 23 kills as well, so that is insane stuff coming in from his side. And he's gonna get the bomb with that movement. I mean, it was almost a failed movement over there, but I mean, worked out for him. The thing that he needed was the bomb over there, and he got it. And now the 2 players from Team Portal Esports, Freaky and Ince, moving in towards A long. SR is gonna switch on to that AWP, but now he's gonna switch on to the AK one more time. Switches back to the AWP again, and he thinks that the players might be coming in towards A long. If he peeks at A long just now, he can potentially get 1 kill, and there you go, he does. Takes him down. Freaky, the last player alive for Team Portal Esports. Can he make something happen for his team? SR is gonna be peeking him. Trans is alive over there as well. Freaky lands a shot onto SR, and he takes down Trans as well, and going for the no scope. Oh my god, he takes down SR, but I don't think he has any time. Has he any time left? Oh no, the bomb is gonna go off, and Team RFTS 16-12, they're gonna win this game, winning the second map and winning this best of 3 series 2-0. And Portal Esports, they were only able to get 12 rounds in this match, considering that they actually won the game against Brand Esports. And I think one thing that I said before the game started was that the only reason Team Portal Esports won that game against Team Brand Esports was, I guess, the fact that Brand Esports didn't know exactly how Portal Esports were going to play in that game.
Yeah, obviously having more knowledge on players and teams and knowing a certain favourite positions and certain roles is really helpful. But as you're going to see, Portal Esports unfortunately falling to the hands of RFTS, and now I believe it's going to be 0-2 within the IGen Masters Series. So very unfortunate for them, but very well played for RFTS. Very deserved win. Trans 31 kills. Abdor hitting 46 kills combined, 24 and 22 respectively. Shooter was 16 and Whistle 14. All played very well, and they all performed very consistently throughout that game. And obviously CS, such a long game, it's got to be able to perform very well consistently to win these sort of matches.
And talking about the scoreboard as well right now, Team RFTS, they are at top. They played 2 games. This was the round 2 of league stage, and they won both of their games, you know. And I mean, the first game was against Team Come Mid that they won, and the second game is the one that we just witnessed against Team Portal Esports. And talking about Team Portal Esports, they're not doing that good in the scoreboard right now. They played 2 games and they lost both of their games. The first one was against Brand Esports, and the second one was again the one that we just witnessed. So Team Portal Esports, they're gonna lose this best of 3 series, and RFTS, they get the win. And this is going to be it for today. We're going to be joining you guys tomorrow in the day 5 of IGen Masters League stage presented by DU Gamers Arena. This is going to be it from my side and Ray. And before ending the stream, let's have a look at the highlights.
go with him, gets the first shot onto Rampe, and Peaks Banana connects the second shot as well. Gets the kill onto Mitch, and now he's gonna get cornered. He does get a shot onto Neo, and now in a 1v1.
You know it, it's Pokemon.